this November. And you know what's in that mean.
And throughout the month of November, na celebrate.
And the way how we go support Liberty Online TV for continue.
All right, welcome back. They still continue with the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. And today we start the 16 days of activism against violence that wake happen to women and girl picking them. And this program na the Irish Embassy na Salon support Liberty Online TV for produce content them for raise awareness on bad things that wake happen to women and girl picking them. And this morning we talk to two advocates them where they advocate for the harmful practice so they can call FGM where they happen to women and girl picking them. We continue the breakfast show and we get Anita Koma na the studio with we. You be make you point them earlier before go for that break.
Yes. So I just want to come back to Sia with regards to the statistics where they talk about. You know, sometimes for me, what I know about Richard, not everything that they take even into consideration. Sometimes when it comes to data, some might project data, some might just make them for make the thing look good. This is all about development. I know one good day. So you holding that paper with all the research and everything, I respect your views. I have my own statistics around me, where me the middle of the community. Every day with the year stories, we see people them, which I respect as well. You self-respect them views then they. And about me going back to me parent there on Missouri for Wascam, I tell you, Missouri, I not sabi myself because I was blindfolded. Somebody sit on me, they caught me. I don't ever know who that do the acts. Ma go back to you, ma tell you. Sometimes you be know story, me I don't know my story. So I can't go back to my people and ask them. What I then put me say, me mama no did it, ask them, mama they live it with me, papa. Me papa was not happy about it. So if I go back to that, now I be one end up with statistics, with all the research you have, hold on to rates. I know what research is sometimes is all about. When figures are out, I can just look at it and do my own thing because I raise my hands when it comes to that. I will look at it and do my own mathematics and work on the people actually on the ground with the experience in Siam. So I'm not confusing anybody in here. I can't be a lie, like for can't talk to people is fine. See, I really told you one time, see, if you circumcise you picking, I go really appreciate them. I'm sorry if probably you have a child you don't have, I don't know much about it. But if really you been there you picking, where you experience you go circumcise them, I will thumbs up you, no say it's a genuine campaign that you are doing. But for me with my personal experience, I will never sign up for any picking for men and do them, neither other woman see them. So with the medical procedure where they talk on vaginal designer, that's what they call it. It's a tip. What's in the unbogged and then they make a meat and clear out nothing all left there. I want to tell you that this is the north and the south, and then they give a tip and probably the corner side, then they tip now still enjoy sex. So I want for me to know the difference between the vaginal designer is optional. You go then design and then pull the flares and because sometimes they unbox the body, they still left with the labia for enjoy. I want me to know that and know they pull all. So with all the issues that way they come with, let us stay genuine. Let's be genuine here. I know they do them for camouflage, but I know they do them for money. I have my own money, I have my own business. But in development side, there's no project, no advocacy where they know the fund winner. So accusing, pointing finger on us is our money. I'm sorry. What are you doing? What are you doing out there? Be honest to people. Don't tell the people the truth. Religiously, no female circumcision is in the Bible, neither in the Quran. Religiously, male and female circumcision, they are in the Bible and in the Quran. So who is Anita or other advocates from what up they talk about male circumcision? It's about equality, but equality doesn't mean where they give fish, then forgive me fish. No, it's about needs.
All right.
How you want them.
All right.
Where if you need them, then you do them.
All right,
thank you.
With the program. Quickly, we'll go over to Sia Fombai for get in perspective as we wrap up the program now. Yes, Sia.
Yeah, so quickly, funding. I'm glad the way Madam Koroma bring up funding on my own side.
because I challenge Madame Koroma and any activist. In fact, the Nonde investigates me outside for how many decades. You will find that I am self-financed. Namide walk. And believe me, it is painful because I know I would be a multimillionaire by now since my early 20s if I had agreed to pursue the UN, UNICEF, and I would have been a perfect poster child. I would be making millions. You would see me, my books. In fact, I've had books, editors pull books because of my position. So it's a question that I do not take lightly because I know what it costs me financially, especially this court case na Cambia, which is one of the reasons, sorry, I try to expand this on the TV, which is one of the reasons I am completely against this bill because it opens the floodgates now for anti-FGM campaigners, the ones with absolutely no scruples. I'm not talking about you or Madame Koroma, please, or I don't know you like that, but the ones who are unscrupulous, who fabricate these FGM crimes. These, children died in Bondo. Supposedly all these children died in Bondo. Now they've mysteriously, nobody knows, nobody's talking about them again because it didn't happen. It's me, and I have the receipts to show for it. I have spent nearly $10,000, mind you, in Cambia for private litigation for these 8 villagers who, poor, illiterate, do not have access to resources. If my organization did not exist, these people would be languishing in detention in Cambia. So it's very painful when I hear about funding, especially when somebody, hints or tries to question funding on my own side, because it is my labor, my organization know nothing. Now me to go work and organization know nothing. Now me to go work and I do and I hustle, just so I can, I can be able to defend the people them back home where, they are falsely accused and have no other resource or no other access to funding or adequate legal representation. So, and then I will throw him back to Madame Koroma because she mentioned something about Gambia. Duya, please, she said I ran away from Gambia or something. Let elaborate a little bit because I want to understand that. We have a sister organization in the Gambia that has now joined with others to sue the Gambian government. Because as I said, we want to litigate this. We have sued the Gambian government for infringing on the rights of women and girls in Sierra Leone with regard to female circumcision ban. So definitely we have been involved on the ground in the Gambia. Now the idea of mutilation again, this cut, you they put the roots, they say it in such a way that how, woman go bondo or whatever, we're supposed to feel some kind of way, or we're supposed to somehow, it's, a kind of body shaming, we're supposed to feel some kind of ways about that. So part of what we do as an organization is to dispel all myths, these FGM propaganda myths about what is being cut and the impact. I bring a model where I use this for teaching and for my lectures. This is the actual size of a full clitoris. So the anatomy is similar to a penis. In fact, when the child is in utero, when the baby is in utero and forming, there is no distinction between the male organ and the female organ. This is it. It is the size of a small penis, right? Most of this clitoral organ is subcutaneous, meaning it is within the body. You don't see it. Okay, we all know woman them. And she, Madame Koroma says that we shouldn't be shy about this. We should, say what it is. Let's say what it is. This is the clitoris. It's a small penis. Most of it is subcutaneous. It is within the body. The part that is visible is the tiny glands here. right? The tiny glands and foreskin, the same anatomy that a man has that covers his penis. It is the glands and the foreskin is here. That is the visible, or for many women, it is invisible. So what is removed in our procedure, right? I told you they do it here also in the US, is this tiny visible glands, part of the glands, and the foreskin. Let's talk about the foreskin. So all of this you don't see. The clitoris remains intact, right? Inside of the body. You cannot root it out. If you root it out, you kill the girl or you kill the woman. So there is no way to remove this penis from a woman. It is inside. What is removed is the tip of it and the foreskin that surrounds it, and the labia minora. So in men, in utero, if it's a male child, they will develop testicles. But for girls, it forms into the inner labia that covers the vagina, the whole of the vagina. And so that is trimmed off. So two of the most popular procedures in Western countries, again, among well-educated, affluent white women, right, is the same procedure. The removal, they call it labiaplasty. They remove the inner labia and they reduce the appearance of they flatten the appearance of the glands and the foreskin. How do they do that? Now, in Western countries, they actually make an incision. They make an incision and they cut. So this is where the mutilation happens, even though they don't call their own mutilation. They cut the shaft, because it's like a penis shaft. They cut this shaft from within and then fuse it, right? So this goes back and you don't see it. And then they trim the foreskin. Appearance as any woman we don't go bondo. So the notion that somehow we in our own society, we are doing something that is such a human rights abuse is ridiculous, because the same practice is being imitated over here in the US. But I just want to use this because this is the actual size of the clitoris. This is what is removed. It does not affect the function, the sexual function, that is the pleasure and the experience of orgasm of a woman, because the clitoris does remain intact. This is not what gives a woman orgasm and pleasure. Let's just get rid of that myth altogether. But back to the notion of, because if we say we want to talk about the benefits, the foreskin that covers the gland is removed. It is the same foreskin that you remove from the boy. So if you argue that in that foreskin for the boy you have smegma, you have bacteria, you have the HPV virus, you have all kinds of odorous, things going on there, and you justify removing that because of hygiene. Well, it's the same thing for girls. Uncircumcised girls have this foreskin. Within that foreskin, you have that same cheese-like smegma that accumulates bacteria, that accumulates, not just bacteria, but it can have the HPV virus. And a common form of cancer in the US and in Western countries now is oral cancer, right? Again, you want to get graphic? Let's get graphic. Because of the increased popularity of oral sex. So oral sex with uncircumcised women, you have the transmission of the HPV virus, which causes oral cancers in partners of uncircumcised women, right? And then she talks about growth, right? Where you cut these little bits in order to grow again. We don't want it to grow again. That's why we cut it. We don't want it to grow again. Part of the justification, and again, it's not the reason for female circumcision, but the benefits that white women are now enjoying as well, is that it prevents the overgrowth, what you call hypertrophy of the clitoris. For some women, this part that is exposed grows and it becomes very uncomfortable, it becomes unsightly, or it's unattractive. So that is hypertrophy. So excision prevents this hypertrophy from happening. Also labia hypertrophy. A lot of women, the labia will grow and grow, it will be uneven, it's uncomfortable, it creates all kinds of problems with them. And so this is why labiaplasty is becoming more and more popular among the very white women who want us to stop our own practice. So the incision of the labia minora helps to prevent the enlargement, the growth that occurs. These are just some of the benefits. Hold on, I don't know. Yeah, please. These are some of the benefits that we were saying. But then on the religious side of it, my colleague, they mentioned continually that female circumcision is not mentioned in the Bible and it's not mentioned in the Quran. Male circumcision is not required in the Bible. In fact, Saint Paul was very clear that male circumcision, is the old law. It's not required. Christians shouldn't be bothered about that. What is important is the circumcision or the crucifixion of the heart. That is what is important. So we know that male circumcision is not required in the Bible. Most people in the world who are Christians are uncircumcised men. Secondly, male circumcision is not in the Quran. So I challenge my colleague to go and find me which surah refers to male circumcision in the Quranic text. Where is the surah that refers to male circumcision? Refers to it, let alone requires it. So no male circumcision is mentioned in the Quran, in the text of the Quran. No female circumcision is mentioned in the text of the Quran. But female circumcision is mentioned in the hadiths. If you are a Muslim, then this is part of what you feel reinforces your religious expression. In Sierra Leone, female circumcision is practiced mostly as a cultural and traditional practice, not as a religious practice. But for Muslims who uphold it as a religious practice, it was definitely confirmed. Minor procedure was confirmed and affirmed by the Prophet SAW. So those were the things that I wanted to clarify.
Dr. Sia Fumbai, where you join with this morning and give that insights there for back your own arguments. Thank you very much. Within the course of the 16 days of activism, we're going to bring you from time to time for give your own insights on what you believe. Thank you. It was lovely speaking to you.
Thank you very much for your invitation. Thank you.
All right. And quickly, Madam Anita, who will wrap up the program now, and yourself within the course of the 16 days of activism, we're going to bring you now for talk on another topic where I think say a harmful practice to women and girls.
So with that, you don't tell you say na health benefit. So we not to health benefit. Waiting God don't put left and day. They get a part for play. I tell you say I bring the story mommy the way they win about attendance. Then tell you say the one way they no cuts. They burn faster than the one way they don't cut. So I don't understand waiting labia manura waiting. They know they pull on me waste. Don't I know me experience 100%. I know they enjoy sex. I know they feel say something happen. Even me firstborn make me 5 years. I know they feel for born because I strain for born. Then don't block the area. That labia the way they expand. So where you go, you do bath for yourself. It stretch. That's when they stretch where they allow the picking aid for commot. But when they don't go cut and it's seal, now they struggle there, where some man and the first the picking say, some man service shots. You don't go block that in it. The picking not they pass. Me now, I will not get no small cervix and everything. It take me the evening 10 to 1 o'clock something for born. If you like me, 1 day life they go. So me, when I talk with experience, my personal experience. So if you say the Quran not state go back, go find them. You're not Muslim. A not state woman, the stories are well over going from America to the end of the world. Biblical clerics and tell you say, na mates business. Now human being the knowledge and bring the say prophets mama the married woman the mates now they say they do so then dress her. Na mates business. It's not religious practice. Now mates, now bring the inside from any they reduce in desire, make the prophet ate him. But you know ate him, it continue for the return. So I did with the clerics them. In the Bible, nothing like that. Make circumcision and the day from Abraham Genesis say bring the picking. Even when Paul talk about circumcision, it bring them about rituals for say, even if you do them, now you ask for circumcise. So I know what they talk. So me, all I they tell you, Komra, na iboni picking. Where them cuts, then give you ask the story who side and carry and go. Now which business and double business and ritual. Now that's how they give, go think about it. Not allow you picking for cotton, bad luck, sickness, everything they can spiritually, physically, not so good health. It they get a lot of complication. If they crash, it cancel, it not get solved, then decent, then they look after themselves. Sexual reproductive health with the chicha for look after themselves. Komra na you get the decision not to sow, not to do them. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much where you joined me this morning. We can get this conversation as today, November 25, all over the world, country and they come together for raise them voice them, especially activists them, use the media and other platform them for raise, especially activists them, use the media and other platform them for raise them voice on issues that we them believe say that bad things that would happen to women and girls. Well, Liberty on ship with the Irish Embassy in Salon, they use these 16 days of activism for do different content them for advocate and raise awareness on issues that we get for with violence against women and girls. And as we start on today, we get two activists them where they talk about the FGM, we get the anti and the pro, where they don't make them case then this morning and also back them argument or conversation with statistics. We will continue for bringing on a different content then throughout these 16 days of activism on issues that win violence against women and girls. Thank you, Madam Anita, we joined with this morning.
Thank you for getting me at this studio. I will look forward for more we continue this activism till December 10th. Thank you, I appreciate Liberty TV on a great keep up the good work. And this is a voice for women. I'm happy that women-based led TV, which is great. Keep it up.
All right, so many thanks to you can the studio and also plenty thank you to Ona always like, share and plenty thank you to Ona always like, share and also comments now this edition of the program. Until you not collect your ticket yet, but if you don't make place payment day November 20, but if you don't make place payment day November 29th, when at the grand finale of we celebration as 1st of November we do we anniversary project. Also they ask Una for support Liberty Online TV with whatever little you get. And this Friday at the grand finale of the celebration, Usai we go eat, drink and marry.